coach like for weathering this little storm, injury-wise, and particularly as it pertains to Vic?
I mean, regardless of who's out there, we try to go out there. We try to play our brand of basketball. So, obviously, injuries happen, and I mean, we're early in the season right now. Usually you see it around the league, around game 50, 60, you start to see lineups that you probably hadn't seen earlier in the year. But it hit us a little early. But for us, you still go out there, you still play our brand of basketball, and you still try to win games.
Nate's ball, the pace in today's NBA. There are calf strains, muscle strains all over the league. Like, is the tempo and the schedule and all that sustainable over the long haul for a lot of players?
Oh, I mean, I've played on teams that have had the highest pace in the league, and a lot of guys play a lot of games. So I don't know. I have no idea. But I mean, with the uptick in the pace, teams are trying to find ways to generate easier baskets. You don't want to sit and play in a half-court game the whole game because that makes it tough on your offense. So, I mean, I understand why teams are doing it.
How important for your job these days is like creating easier baskets? Like, how different, I guess, is it now than what you were doing when you were like in high school and college, where you were just trying to like break everybody down a lot of the time?
I mean, obviously with the length and the athleticism of the game today, you try to do those things because it becomes so difficult. Like when you're in high school, you're probably the most athletic, the fastest guy on the court at all times, especially whenever you're one of those top players in the country. So it's a lot easier to do it in high school, obviously, for obvious reasons. But when you get up here and everybody's pretty much big, fast, and strong, you have to find ways to generate baskets a little easier than you did back then.
When they ruled Vic out for that last game, like an hour before or whatever, somebody asked Doug Christie, what does that change for you guys?
When someone asked what?
Doug Christie,
Oh, yeah.
Kings coach, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's.
Somebody asked him, what does that change for the Kings? And he said, well, it changes the whole.
Oh, yeah.
Scout. Like, what does it change for you guys?
I mean, obviously as much as we want to say, it doesn't change the way that we play, but I mean, it obviously does. But for us, we have an emphasis on the way that we want to play, and obviously there are times where, we get Vic the ball in his spots and we let him do what he does. But outside of those, those possessions, we try to continue to play the same way that we play. But obviously defensively, I think is where it changes a lot because you don't have someone like who has his special gifts back there. And obviously we still have Luke, who's a pretty damn good rim protector in his own right. But not having Victor back there obviously changes some things. But for us, we want to continue to be solid and just try to make it tough on teams.
You mentioned Luke and some of the other additions that you guys had over the offseason. Do you feel like you're better equipped to deal with Vic being out for a few weeks than maybe you were last year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have a lot of guys who have played, a good amount of minutes in other places, and when we're healthy, we have guys who probably can play in other places who don't see as many minutes. So I think we are well equipped, and we have a deep team, we have a deep roster, and we feel like we're still capable of winning games.
So far this year, whenever offensively, defensively, whenever Luke has been on the court in place of Victor, you guys haven't really lost a step. What does Luke bring to the table that might be different, but still allows you all to function?
I mean, he's still a vet, and he's still a guy he's still a 7 foot, 7'1". He rebounds, he's a lob threat, he blocks shots. I mean, you saw it, over his years in Boston whenever, he came off the bench and he was still really good. So, obviously there's a bit of a drop-off just because Victor's Victor. You're not really expecting anybody to come in after him and produce the same way, but Luke is doing an excellent job, and I think he's stepping into a starting role, and he's going to do a great job as well. So, but like I said before, this is for all of us to pick up. It's not just on Luke's shoulders to pick up, the production left behind with Vic out.
I guess we're not going to see step back threes from Luke like we.
Yeah. Obviously, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different, but like I said, it's gonna be a collective effort to do that. But just because we have guys out, we're not sitting here gonna lay down and just not try to win games. That's still our job. We still want to come out here and win games, and that's what good teams do. When the best player on a team goes down, the good teams don't just start dropping games.
Thanks, Steve.
Good.